Welcome to our continued coverage of IPL 2022. The tournament is at the half stage and it's getting bigger and better. The entertainment is just going through the roof.
Yes, in this episode we are going to take a look at the group standings, our preferred four teams, how they are faring, a look at the orange and purple cap competitions as well.
Yes, and don't forget, we're going to have fun facts, so keep watching.
Welcome to CricWorldStraightUp by Vijay and Prabhu.
Hello friends, hope you're doing very well and thank you for joining us once again.
Yeah, so let's begin this episode with looking at the points table and where the teams are standing at the moment.
Incredible as it sounded a few days ago when we predicted that Mumbai Indians and CSK will struggle to make it to the playoffs.
Yes.
And that's what actually has happened.
Correct.
Mumbai Indians are 8 out of 8 losses and completely out of the race. And CSK, though they have a mathematical chance of qualifying, looks very, very difficult for them. So, yeah.
I agree. CSK, as you rightly said, might have a mathematical chance, but I doubt they will actually make. So, kudos to you. Good on you for predicting that. Now, let's look at the 5, 6, 7, 8. And it so happens that the four teams that we predicted would be in the playoffs are sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8. RCB, DC, KKR, and the last one is PBKS.
Right. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of work to do. Let's put it this way. But obviously, we're just in the middle of the tournament and things can change quickly.
Surely. And they will, I hope.
Yeah. And let's take a look at the top four standings. The two new teams, Gujarat Titans and Lucknow, are in the top four, as are Rajasthan Royals and Sunrisers.
Yes, and interestingly, Gujarat Titans is sitting at the top of the table.
Yes, they've done really well.
Yes, they have. It's trivia time.
Oh, this is what I love.
Excellent. So I've got a very good one for you.
Okay.
All right, tell me, who became the youngest captain in IPL?
Oh, good question. Okay, question for you.
Sure.
Does he still hold the record?
Yes, absolutely, he does.
Well, then I think I've got it.
Yeah?
I think it's Virat Kohli.
Oh, sure, you're right. But do you remember the age?
I think he was 22 in 2011.
Well done, Prabhu. So now that we've looked at the standing table, we've realized that all teams have actually played at least 7 games. Some teams have played 8 games. Yeah. So what do they need to do to qualify?
Yeah, so looking at the way the things have happened so far, it looks as if 9 games would definitely get you a place in the playoffs.
Sure.
And if you're not able to win 9, you need to have won 8 with a very good run rate. So because things are going to get very tight very soon.
Sure.
7 games, I don't think it's going to get you across the line.
Yes.
And now the mantra is going to be every run counts. And if you manage to lose a game, lose it by as slim a margin as possible, because it's going to get very crucial in the coming couple of weeks.
Absolutely, and you make a very good point, because a lot of teams are actually sitting on similar points.
Yes.
Yeah, and based on that, obviously, Mumbai Indians is out.
Yes.
And CSK is going to struggle, as you rightly said. Yeah. Going by the calculation of a team needing minimum 8 wins, let's look at our preferred teams where they are sitting.
Yes. To have a look at RCB, they have played 8 games, won 5. So they would technically need another 3 games minimum to win from the remaining 6 games, which looks reasonably comfortable.
Sure.
I think they should be able to do that. Then let's take a look at Delhi Capitals. They've got 7 matches, they won 3, and they would need another 5 out of 7. So they would have to do that, as well as hope a couple of other results went their way from other teams, because then the run rate would also be coming into play. Unless they can win 6 out of 7, which takes that run rate out of the equation.
Correct.
Then Calcutta has played 8 games and they've only won 3. They've got an uphill battle.
Yes.
They need to win 5 or 6 out of their last 6. And looking at how they are going, they have the potential, but it's all down to performance on the day. And lastly, we look at Punjab. 7 games, 3 victories. They started off very well, but they had a dip in the last 2 or 3 games.
Yes, they have.
And they need minimum 5 victories from the last 7 games. Again, even if they do that, they need a couple of results from other teams to go their way, so that they can nudge ahead in either the points table or in the run rates.
Yeah. So this is actually interesting. Despite the star players like Kohli struggling with RCB are still up there. So what does Virat Kohli, or what their strategy should be, because he's struggling?
Yes, he's just going through a shocking run of form. His first mistake is always his last, so it seems. He doesn't get beaten, he just gets out, which is unusual, because a lot of players do get beaten and then they get out, but he just gets out the first time he gets a nick. So I would say that RCB needs to take a call and probably put him at the top of the order, opening the innings along with Faf, and he can take advantage of the power play, because he can hit over the infield without any fear. The wickets are not a problem because he comes at 1 down, and normally it's like 1 down for pretty much nothing these days.
Yeah. What about Delhi Capitals?
I think they need to bring in their fastest bowler, Nokia, because they have tried various combinations. They are doing okay from time to time, but I have a feeling, looking at other teams like Umran Malik and other Avesh Khan and even Prasidh Krishna bowling 145 clicks, he can bowl 150, and he needs to be in the team, basically, because I think the pace is doing the job for teams in the IPL.
It seems. So it seems. Absolutely right. But what's happening? Where is he? Why is he not playing?
So I think he just came back for a long injury and probably not match rusty. And that's why probably they're not playing him. If there's any other reason, we're not probably privy to it at the moment.
Sure. So let's talk about the pitches.
Yes, things are largely the same, but the leg spinners are getting some more spin. The off spinners are probably not doing as well at the moment.
Okay.
But the wickets are beginning to spin a little bit.
Surely. I think the Pacers are also doing pretty well at this particular point. But we're coming into the summer months in India. So the dew factor is likely to be going away. And say, like you said, the teams would start batting first.
Yes, that's what's going to happen. The venues for the playoffs have been announced.
Yes.
Calcutta and Ahmedabad. Calcutta will be hosting their first playoff and the eliminator.
Yeah, and Ahmedabad will host the second playoff and the all-important final on the 29th of May.
Yes, and very understandable that these two venues have been chosen because they host big crowds and there are no restrictions this time.
Yes, indeed. Let's look at the orange cap and purple cap competition. Orange cap leaders are currently Joss Butler with 300s and KL Rahul with 200s, sitting at number 2.
Yeah, they've been absolutely amazing this year. And now coming on to the purple cap, Yuzvendra Chahal, the forgotten man at the 2021 World Cup, is leading with 18 wickets. And the find of 2021, the left-arm fast bowler, Natarajan, is 15 and at second position.
Now that you know the leaders in orange and purple cap, have you actually put your choices in yet? Or all you have to do is put them in the comment section, that's all.
Yes, and you still have another 20-25 days. The last day for competition is 20th of May.
That's right, so keep commenting.
Yeah, and keep putting your choices in.
We are certain you like this video, so just spread the word around. And remember to join us soon, because we will be covering the business end of the competition.
And please remember to like, share and subscribe. And if you need to watch our analysis of our teams and our predictions and other exciting stuff, please do not hesitate to watch our earlier videos on the IPL. See you soon.
Thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss another video.